Hello there and welcome back to the Die Potato. I don't know what I'm doing here today, but anyway, we are continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, I haven't played this game in quite some while, I don't know, I don't care. Anyway, we're gonna continue this game today, and something I've noticed just like 5 minutes ago is Monica's holding a pen. I've never noticed this little detail. That's quite amazing. And Yuri is holding a tea can, I guess. Like this. I think you poured tea into that. I don't know. Like all those little details. I'm starting to notice them. That's quite
amazing.
Anyway, let's load up our game from Saturday the 20th of January. Whoa, that was quite some while ago, I would say. Anyway, yeah, I made 2 save files, don't ask me why I did that. Okay. Oh yeah, right, she gave us, she's about to give us a book. I don't know. Do you guys already know that? Because I've watched the game like 1 billion times already. Oh fuck. Sorry, I ate something. I've watched the game like 1 million times already, so it's nothing new to me. But it might be new to you, I don't know. But anyway, she's going to give us a book. Okay, so any nice gesture from you is a blessed surprise. Oh yeah, I remember that word. It will make me happy no matter what. Okay, is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Okay. Yeah, we're a nice guy. Alright, okay. Well, here. Maybe I should have voice act a bit more. Yuri whoa, that was a weird voice. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Okay, she does that, that's good. I didn't want you to feel left out. Oh my, what a nice gesture. Gesture. I hate this word so much, you don't even know. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. Okay, that's nice. That's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. Oh. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for being so considerate. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Fair enough. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Oh yeah, I don't know dude. She even picked out a book she thinks I like. Despite me not reading much. Okay. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Oh my god. Oh, I think I've made this word. I don't know. Maybe I butchered it, but I don't know. Phew. Ah, come on. I'm not good at making sound effects. Okay, yeah, I think I nailed it. Well, if you can read it at your own pace, I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Okay. I can't help. Fucking saliva. I can't help but notice her intense expression. Like she was waiting for this chance. Yeah, whatever. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Okay, can I get a decision who to talk to? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. Yeah, I know what's happening, so what am I even doing here? Anyway, that's really cute. Just wanted to say that. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Yeah, she's just reading it for you. That's some dedication, I would say. He's somewhat of a complete stranger. Well, in like the terms of knowing each other. He just went into this club like water yesterday, and he's more or less a stranger, and she's just like, here, take the book. I will read it too, so that we can discuss it later. Like, that's a really nice gesture. Yeah, I'm using this word a lot because I want to learn how to pronounce it. How do you learn to pronounce things? Right, if you use them a lot, you will come to be able to pronounce them correctly, I would say. Anyway, more than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Nice. Okay, Yuri. New music. Yeah, that's her theme, I think. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Yeah, she did. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. No need to be sorry, mate. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. So considerate. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... that's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Okay. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Oh, don't make her flustered, please. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, it's not what I'm... Oh god, you made her flustered. Oh god damn it. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Yep. I just happened to buy 2. Oh man. I just happened to buy twice... wait. I just happened to buy the same book twice whenever I buy a book. That's just usual, isn't it? Man, I completely fucked that joke up because I didn't know where to put twice in there. God damn it. I just happened to buy 2 of them, yep. I see. That totally doesn't make sense, but who cares? There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I command you to poke a little bit deeper into that fairly obvious thing. Man, that made it sound really wrong, didn't it? God damn it. Anyway, let's move on. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Usually books are pretty easy to put down. Oh well, I had some books where I just was reading and like, oh, what hour is already over? That's like surprising. Had some books like that, but not a lot of them exist. Anyway, let's move on. It's a very engaging and relatable yeah.
Relatable.
Relatable story. Man, there was a mouth noise in there again. It's like those fucking L sounds. They made me like move my tongue around in my mouth, and like when the tongue ends up hitting the bottom of my mouth, it makes this weird sound. L. You hear that? Anyway, is that so? Yes, it is so. What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Oh, she wants to give us a spoiler-free summary of everything. Okay, that's nice. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I wonder if that's a real book. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Well, it's very reminiscent of 1984. Doesn't the book have like an eye on the cover too? I don't know. I think I have it lying around somewhere here, but I can't remember the cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Very considerate. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. Okay. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, okay? And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yeah, that's good storytelling. If you make it seem like a nice story at the beginning, everyone falls for it, and then you twist it into something more darker. Darker. You don't need them more. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah. Yuri gently giggles all of the sudden. That wasn't gentle and that wasn't a giggle at all. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? The dye potato? Could you please not mention that name? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and repulsive. Yeah, I think that was it.
Reclusive.
On the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different on the inside. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. So basically, a villain, which is just a 2D villain with like, I'm evil because I'm evil, but he actually, or she, or they actually have character depth. Yeah, understandable. Then suddenly when you thought you were related to the protagonist, they do something completely stupid and unrelatable, and you just start hating them. They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. And I'm rambling, aren't I? No, go on. It's very interesting, actually. Not again. I'm sorry. Ah, come on. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Me neither. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. What kind of problem? When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. No problem here, mate. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Oh man, yeah. And please stop me if I start talking too much. Don't worry, it's actually pretty interesting what you have to say. Like, it gives your character a little bit more depth. Who cares? And that's like really important in building a story, so I don't mind it that much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all, yeah, that's true too. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. We're in a literature club anyway. Anyway, so what are we gonna do if not reading a book? What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Nice. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? That was the dog. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. That was the dog again. What is this fucker doing out there? Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. So shy. That's almost cute. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Do books usually have prologues these days? I don't know, usually they start with like an introduction from the writer from someone, and then they jump immediately into the first chapter. That's how I know books. Well, some have a prologue. If you're wondering, I'm just checking out some I have lying around here. That thing has introduction, publisher's note, and a foreword. And then we start with the chapters. So yeah, maybe books can have a prologue, but usually I think they don't have a prologue. I don't know. I've read enough books to accurately tell you that. But I believe that not all books do have a prologue. Oh well. What am I rambling on about? I don't know. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. Yeah, it's very weird, I think, because, you know, I don't know, it just seems weird to have someone sit next to you while you're reading. Anyway, let's move on. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Okay. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. Oh, fuck, I need water. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Oh my god. Yeah. You know what I'm thinking about right now? It would have more of a comical or comedy effect if like her hair gets all messy every time she has like this sorry or or oh no sorry moments. Like it's if like little strings of hair started standing up from all around her hair. I don't know what I'm saying anyways. But anyway, it would be kinda a nice comedic effect, I would say. Anyway, let's move on. I was just... You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? Yes, you do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. No problem, girl. It really isn't a problem. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and then hold my book more between the... What? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Two of them? Oh, between the two desks. Okay, yeah, fuck, I'm retarded. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh, how romantic, how cute. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, yeah, I understand. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Okay, she turns it. Oh, what a nice CGI we have here. Let me just remove my mouse here for a bit. Where can I put my mouse? Ah, down there. Yeah, it fits good down there. Okay. Editing me, make a screenshot and you might turn that into the thumbnail. I don't know yet. Anyway, Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Yep, we can see that here. Maybe I shouldn't point it out, I don't know. Is it annoying? I don't know. Why am I doing? Well, okay. I do the same with my right arm on the other side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. She has kinda like a serious expression. Just saying. But in holding it like this, we are huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Okay. Are you ready? Oh, her eyes moved. Yeah, sure. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over the Yuri's face again and our eyes meet once more. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient. Patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Okay. Oh, a cute little smile. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Way to make this weird. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. That's not an H. Mitchell novel, isn't it? Like, it's not going to go that way, is it? Please tell me it's not going to go that way. I'm sure there's a mod for that. I'm pretty sure. But I can't play that on YouTube anyways. Well, I don't even know if one exists to begin with. But I couldn't play it anyways. So yeah, who cares? Moving on, hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh no, she's gonna get flustered. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she will do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Well, that was a boom sentence. I see. You remained silent for a moment. But the dead potato, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's embarrassing that you think that. Ah, come on. Ah, it's exhausting. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. ... I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Oh no, she's even more flustered. Oh, it's actually way better to sit like that. What are you saying all of a sudden? Oh, she's so cute when she's embarrassed. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, everyone. Hey, Demon from Hell, stop butting in. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Oh yeah, right. We wrote one last time. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. That hurts. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yep. My relaxation ends, yep. It is probably really shitty because we just threw together some words. But hey, we will see what it ends, how it ends up. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sarah is on a wrinkled sheet of loose... What? Sarah is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Of course, we gotta go for Yuri. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten up. Exceptional. Oh god. Yeah, we did a good job on that one. What was that? Did you say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Oh god damn it, he's going to hate me. No, I'm not going... who cares? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. You even praised me, so why should I hate you? I guess you're right. But I'm getting so nervous for... Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? He stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. Oh man, she fucked up. Okay. I just meant, you're traits of unable to find an excuse. She traces a finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. God damn it. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers, I'm fucking up way too much here, is that they try to make the style very deliberate. Yeah, I really tried to make it pretty deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together, which doesn't work, let me tell you that. Had that experience often enough in school. I've often enough got an F for that shit. Well, we don't have Fs in our school system, but like F5. We have numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, you've failed. 4, you barely made it. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once you refine the train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fun. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Me neither. I'm not sure either. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, what do we have here? Oh, beautiful handwriting. I can't write like that. Ghost under the light. There. God damn it, do we have like fucking hell. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last get to be replaced by the sickening blue-cream hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay, let's analyze the meaning of that. I don't know, I have nothing better to do. Everyone did this already, so I might as well analyze a bit. Ghost under the light. with Ghost, like in the sounds of this poem, you probably meet someone who lives in the past. Because a ghost usually died in the past, and they kind of like a picture of the past. Like, if you were to see a ghost from the 18th century, they would probably be they probably were things someone from the 18th century wore. So that's probably with Ghost. Under the light, what could the light stand for? I noticed that this Ghost and this connection to old times are probably directed at herself, because she has some very old mannerisms, like extremely polite, then extremely sophisticated writing, like all that kind of stuff kind of falls into category of older things, like yeah, I would say that. At least when it comes to the writing style, that it needs to be sophisticated and all that. It was kind of like back in the day. I still like it too, because it actually shows that the writer can write. Because in more modern terms, you can write what you want as long as people can put some meaning behind it. So basically, I could write some bullshit and yeah, I'm a poet. I don't think that it should work like that, but that's too much of my opinion in there. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Yeah, right. She's talking about the street lighting that, if you just read the words, she's talking about the street light, because back in the day I think they had a more like orange color tone to them. Like today they kind of like have this this blue greenish color, like it's said here. But back in the day they were more like an orange tone. They still have old oh well, how are they called? I don't know anymore. Anyway, today's we have more neon lights, and back in the day there's were more colors in there. Like neon lights tend to have a very cold color when you use them for lightning, while those older ones had like amber glow, if you know what I'm saying. I hope. I don't know. I might be talking bullshit because I'm just looking at the neon light, which has like a warm tone to them, but it isn't used for lightning. Who cares? Yeah, the test of time. Okay, so she likes old things, I guess. I guess that's the whole thing about this. I don't know. It kinda seems like she's old-fashioned and likes old things. That's the meaning I put behind it. Yeah, I don't know, I might be wrong, but who cares? ... I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Did she say that because I took so long? Actually, it wasn't that bad. I needed a few seconds to adjust to it, but it wasn't that bad. What? I was thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I know. I'm sorry, I analyzed it, okay? Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Yeah, for yourself. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all, it's fine. I had enough to do with that poem. I'm really glad that you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. That was mild? Oh god damn it. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Something easy to digest, I suppose. I think I suck at reading and interpreting stuff. Well, who cares? Are you into ghosts? Oh, wait, that sentence isn't that stupid. Seeing her likes and dislikes, she probably likes ghost stories if they are done right. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, the Potato. Yeah, ghost is used metaphorically. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Wait, was my analysis actually not that bad? I don't know. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Oh, come on, don't have that sad look. I analyzed it. Well, yeah, I suck at it. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Oh, what? Does she mean it with like ghosts are usually really old, or does she mean it with like not really being there in the moment? I don't know. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. So it's a mixture of both. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Well, I've thought of a part. I've thought of 50% of it. Yeah, that's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yes, was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, the Potato. Now that was sweet. Me too. Okay, next we're gonna go to Monica. I'm gonna die. Hi the Potato. Please don't kill me. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better. Where's my smartphone actually? Fuck, then I have to check it out like that. Okay, well, we still have some time here. And it's just blah blah blah, like new activities or things we can do better. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Yep, don't worry, I'll do. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'd be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, the Potato. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. Great job, the Potato. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way I always counts when I put in some effort. Oh, you lazy bastard. That's actually a great idea. Haha, that's not very fair. But I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism, sorry. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take it can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near that level yet. Somewhere. Yeah, that would be a little arrogant to say. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, that's way easier to read. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Okay, I think I know the meaning of that. But the problem is that our little girls, Monica there, she is kind of self-aware that she's a game and everything, or like a computer program. So that makes sense, like hole in the wall. The wall of the code. Like my screen is the hole in which I look in and she looks out. And the infinite choices probably is saying something about her ability to think for her own. If you can think for yourself, you kind of have a billion choices you can make in different situations. You're like not limited to 3 choices, but you have an infinite amount of choices. Interesting. Oh fuck, I hit my mic. Sorry. Anyway, let's move on. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Oh really? Was it when I started up the game? Was it when I installed the game? Was it when I downloaded the files for it? I don't know. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Oh my god. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark pile of ink. That's actually not true, because it depends how you're writing, with which materials you're writing. Like, if I write with like a feather, like they used to do way back in days, like a few centuries ago, then of course if you keep it too long in the spot, you will get a pile of ink. But if I write with like a biome, I think you call it it was either bio or biome. I will look that up for you.
Biro.
And if you write with that, you don't get a dark pile of ink. Okay, anyway, let's move on. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, I'm getting pretty exhausted here. I think I will stop here. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can leave a good old like. If you didn't, you can leave a good old dislike. And don't forget to comment something down below. I hope to see all you guys in the next episode, and bye!